Now, yesterday, I made a video on my main channel showing a rich kid that was spending $10,000 a week. And it got a lot of people upset. Again, I genuinely don't know why. I mean, I would want to be in the situation when I would be able to spend $10,000 a week, and people say it's wasteful. I mean, I guess it is, but then you get another $10,000 and another, so it's not like the person is going to run out of money. Again, I understand why a lot of people are upset about this, but today I want to present the opposite end of the scale. I want to present someone that allegedly spends only 1% of what they make. This is what I like to call the hobo millionaire lifestyle. And I do believe that he actually spends only 1% because we have videos of the room. We have videos of cockroaches going up him. So I don't even think he has a cleaning lady. Like, again, when you're a millionaire, hiring a cleaning lady is not that difficult. I mean, the only difficulty would be hiring one that you trust so that it doesn't try to steal stuff from your house or make a copy of the key and come in when you're not. Yeah, no, I genuinely believe that he only spends 1% of the money. And a lot of people are dismayed in the comment section, like, how is it possible? Oh, he's so good with finances. But there is this meme with basically just like a television in an empty room and a chair and a couple of beer bottles, and then you have women freaking out and being like, how can men be happy with this? And yeah, as a man, that's pretty much all it takes, as long as you have the very basics, you can have a good lifestyle. And in the case of AsmonGold, I mean, he streams a lot, so unlike other people, we can actually see that this is not a character that he puts on display. That is part of it is genuine, and he spends most of the time at the computer in the room, as shown by the grisly visage of the room. And as such, he doesn't need that much, right? He's not like a sandpiker who is desperately trying to show off wealth, and he's got this mansion, and he's got all these sports cars while talking about environmentalism and socialism, which is the ideology of sharing and giving, right? No, in the case of Asmongold, he just wants to play video games. I assume the most expensive thing he has is his computer. Because the streaming computer probably state of the art, I would imagine. And that's literally all he needs, right? The room where he lives and the computer, and that's it. Now, I would say, I mean, it's not my money. He can do whatever he wants with it. But I hope he is investing in something, because money constantly has to flow. The moment money stagnates, they lose value. You get inflation, right? So I don't know if he's investing or playing on the stock market or something, but it would be an interesting idea for him to start the business. Although, the reason he is like this, and I can tell you from personal experience, is that he comes from an impoverished background. This is my hypothesis. I genuinely do not know how his past was like, but I have seen people like this. There's two types of people that get rich quick. There are the types of people that spend $10,000 a month, and, they Hassan Piker it, where they need to show off to their friends. It's like, look, I managed to make it. So they're having, all these insecurities, and they feel the need to prove to others that they made it. So it's like, look how wealthy I am. Look at the cars that I got. Look at the mansion that I got. And then you have people like AsmonGold that, despite the fact that they are wealthy, they do not need to show it. They do not need to. And the reason is because they grew up being poor, and they got raised in families where things were actually tough, and it's a different mentality over there. It's never throw away food, always do your best in order to save money. If you're on a supermarket, you actually look at the prices, you don't just click buy, right? And you choose the more cheap product and stuff like that. And if you're born in a household like this, it's very difficult to manage to shake away these teachings. Even when you're a millionaire and you can literally afford to go on a website for a supermarket and just buy everything you want without looking at the prices, I'm willing to bet that AsmonGold actually does check how much this thing costs versus the other. Because again, it's when you grow up poor and you're used to that and your family does that constantly, then when you grow up, you're going to still be trained that way, A lot of people say he's skinny. He looks like he escaped Auschwitz. I don't know. I think he looks good. I mean, Obviously, he's not fit, right? Like, he's not hitting the gym. But he's not obese. I wouldn't say he's skinny. Why are people saying he's skinny? I'm looking at the comment section, and a lot of people are suggesting that, like, you should have seen me. Like, I was skinny. Also, I think, like, he doesn't have a girlfriend, does he? Again, I don't know. But, like, if he doesn't, then that would explain another reason for not spending money. Again, we looked at the person that was spending $10,000 a week, and what did we notice? Like, $5,000 was for the rent. Like, that was the obscene amount. And then, everything else was just stuff that doesn't really raise your lifestyle very much. It's like, okay, they were buying, like, the most expensive coffee in the world. And coffee is still coffee at the end of the day. You know, like, sure, you have, like, really bad coffee. And then you have, like, medium coffee. But, like, from there, it doesn't really go that high up. So, like, there's no need to buy, like, $50 coffee. And then they were spending a lot of money on Roblox. I don't know, like, how you can spend so much. They were spending more money on Roblox than a gacha game. And they were also spending money on donations, like, to various charities and stuff. And they were spending money on public transport. So, like, really, when you look at it, none of these things really increase your lifestyle, right? Like you got the lifestyle of staying in your room and playing video games, and then paying extra so that, like thousands of dollars extra, so you can get better coffee, and you can drive around with, like, a chauffeur, I suppose. And a lot of the other money was spent on restaurants, like the most expensive restaurants. And I can tell you this as a person who actually did go to some restaurants that were expensive. Like, when I traveled to London, I actually wanted to go out of my way to see how Gordon Ramsay restaurant is like. And my take on it is that no matter where you're at, you can always order food at home that tastes just as good as the most expensive restaurant. Because, like, expensive restaurants are all about the ambiance and the quality of the service. But when it comes to the actual food, there are places where you can order out, and sure, you know, it doesn't have the plating, it doesn't look as presentable, but, like, the taste is pretty similar to, like, the most expensive restaurants. So, like, there's no reason to go out and spend, like, $300, $400 for a meal when you can just order it and it costs you, like, 50 or 60 bucks. You know, even if you don't want to cook at home, because, like, most people don't, you can still save a lot of money. So, yeah, like, in the case of AsmonGold, I can definitely see where he saves the money from. Like, he doesn't need to spend. And, you know, like, all this frivolous spending, like, it's fine if you make, like, $10,000 each week. But there are also people that are thinking about the future. Like, people like us, like me, AsmonGold, other streamers, you know, we're very dependent on our streaming ability. And if you get banned for whatever reason, like, offense archaeologues pull up some racist shit that you said 9 years ago on Twitter, or you violated the TOS without even realizing, because, like, now there's so many TOSs that who the fuck can keep up, and you get your account banned. I mean, as a streamer, what else can you do? Right? Like you spend so much time, you said so much stuff on the internet, it's very difficult to get a job at this point. Especially if you're in America, right? Like, here in Eastern Europe, it's easier. But if you're in America, yeah, like, everyone is going to know you, everyone is going to know who you are and what you said. So thinking about the future and having money saved for rainy days is actually a very smart move. But anyway, right, let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.